Hello, White Bear Lake and North Branch Leadership Academy. This is Pete Oakley, and I just wanted to kind of check in with you. I know it's been a while. It's probably going to be a while until we get to see each other. I know a lot of you are real busy right now with your leadership experience already this fall, but I just kind of wanted to make sure that you're on track, and if you have any questions, that you have a way to get a hold of me. So I'm going to leave you my email address here, and you can check in with me anytime you feel like you need to. But I just sort of wanted to sort of recap what we've been talking about and kind of point you in the direction that we're going to be going here over the next several months. So really just kind of a check-in session. First of all, I just want to remind you that the basis of this program has sort of 4 pillars. And the first pillar is that building leadership skills takes time, and that's okay because we have time. We're not in any hurry. The second thing to remember about this program is that leadership really is more about character than it is about what you do all the time. And I once read a quote from General Norman Schwarzkopf, who says, "Leadership takes strategy and it takes character, but if you have to be without one, be without strategy." So just remember that this whole program is about getting you to think about being the kind of person that you yourself would follow. The third thing is one of my favorite quotes, and that is that knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. So we got to take action. We actually have to do the things that we're learning about, and sometimes that means going out on a limb and being the first one out there. But guess what? That's kind of what leadership really is. And then the last thing is kind of related to the third thing, and that is that are you really willing to accept the challenge of leadership? It is a challenge, and I know that it can be challenging because I myself have run into challenges and at times have failed them, and you might too. But the fact of the matter is we keep pushing forward and we keep trying to be the best person that we can be, and we just try to be the best leader that we can be. The other thing I kind of wanted to remind you is sort of that stuff that we talked about with the Pat Lencioni book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, how it's really important to build trust. It's really important to manage conflict. It's really important to generate commitment. And if you can do those things, then you can create an atmosphere where people hold each other accountable. And once people are holding each other accountable, well, then you pay attention to your results. And if you're getting good results, then you know you're on the right track. Remember too, we talked about locus of control. One of the reasons I think that a lot of you probably were selected to be in this group is that you probably have an internal locus of control. Remember that studies show that's a strong leadership trait. People look at people like you who have a strong internal locus of control. You're a person who believes that, yeah, you can have some influence on the world around you. Maybe not everything, maybe not immediately, but you can influence things. And then remember in the second session, we talked a little bit about, well, we didn't talk a little bit about, we talked a lot about mission and purpose, or your vision for where your group is going or why your group exists. One of the things that I like to think about is that it's hard for anybody to really know what to do if they don't know where they're going. Right? We talked about how you make a decision, and decision is related to the word scissors, as in to say, we've decided that this is what we're going to do, and we have cut off every other possibility. And remember that the second step to that, we talked about a map or a massive action plan. You have to have a plan for where you're going. Now, it doesn't need to be laid out step by step so that it absolutely dictates every step you take, but it should have a general overview of what you're supposed to be doing. And then we talked about this. Remember, we said ACT, A-C-T. We said anyone can talk, A-C-T. It doesn't do you any good to have a decision and to have a map if you're not actually going to follow the map. I recognize that it's a challenge, and it's not an easy thing for anybody to do, let alone, you're talking to you guys, I know you're 17, some of you maybe 16, 18 years old. Maybe you don't have a ton of confidence in who you are as a leader yet, but trust me, you guys, the thing that you got to remember is that you were selected for this group for a reason. You weren't just drawn out of a hat. Somebody who knows something about it selected you. So when we get together again, we're going to talk about how to really truly create a team dynamic. And boy, once you do that, you can really start to hold each other accountable to results. For now, just kind of remember that everyone on your team or in your organization counts. Everyone can contribute. Sometimes they're looking for guidance. Sometimes they're just looking for permission to do the right thing. And you as a leader get to give them that. That's one of the great things about leadership. For now, just remember that you were selected to be on this group for a reason. And your athletic directors, I know, are kind of looking for you to step up. Your coaches are looking for you to step up. I'm looking for you to step up. We all want you to step up and be the true leader that you know you were born to be. So the easiest way probably to get a hold of me over the next few weeks, if you have any questions or thoughts or suggestions or just reflections about how things are going or any good stories about how things have been going in terms of your leadership experience, please send me an email. This is my email right here. I got it on the screen here right now for you. So send me an email. I'd love to hear from you for whatever reason. If you, like I said, if you have a question, problem, or if you just want to give me some kind of a little piece of advice for me or something like that, just let me know. Send me an email. Next time we see each other is going to be in October. Until then, don't panic. There's nothing to panic about. Just do your very best. Be the leader that you know you've been selected to be, and be worth following.